check, mic 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 check. There we go. That's what's up. So wasn't really planning to do any broadcast. And at the minute, you are seeing on the screen is the Salt Lake City race. And I had to turn that off so they didn't get the feedback. But like I was saying, you see, is the race that Legion posted a few weeks ago. I'm not even sure if this is from this year or from last year, but this is the race where they ended up finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it's also the race I tried to post a little while ago, and just give some feedback on my thoughts on how the race went. So Legion is sort of in a league of their own. They do their own thing. So the funny thing is, it's criterion racing, but with the understanding of European racing and how they race in Europe, basically. So Legion has put together a power structure, and there are other teams, there are other pro teams in the criterion field, but the other pro teams don't ride as a team. So on each team, there may be like 5 to 6 to maybe even 7 riders. But on each team, there's always like 1 or 2 riders that are actually working together and riding together. So what you'll find in the U.S. Pro Criterion racing is you don't really get that team effort. So if you watch a pro race like in Europe and stuff, so you'll see the pro teams as they mass to the front, like the Ineos, the Jumbo Visma, the Lotto Soudal, the UAE. They all are mass, and you see like a minimum of 4 riders when they're massing together, like trying to put a move on, put something together. But in the U.S., it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. So as you can see, you got 2 riders from one team here, and like in going, I'm rolling the mouse up and down like you can see and stuff, but you can. So, but if you look and you see that it's like 4 or 5 like Legion riders all at the front doing their thing. But then you got these 2 riders from this team. I'm not quite sure what team this is, and then another rider to the right and another rider. So Legion is the only team that's organized, and that's like the main difference between Legion and everyone else racing in the U.S. Pro Criteriums. So that's something I wanted to talk about and point out that like if like the US Pro Criterium racing, even if they're just going to do the criterium racing, it will go to a next level, and riders, if they wanted to race in Europe, would actually be able to progress from this type of racing into European racing because they have the feel, they have learned how to race and understand how to race. But it is what it is. So, and this is gonna carry on. So we got this. The funny thing about this race, we got the U.S. Pro Criterium champion in this race as well, and it's basically him and a few other riders against Legion. So if you see like right now the screen is paused, and you see like number 55 is next to number 8, and like the Legion guys are all staying, are all staying together, but these 2 guys are battling against each other while Legion are saving energy, saving like they're not stressing themselves out. And the thing is that these guys they have they all